Okay, thank you. Wonderful people today. How are you? You're fine? Great. The title of my conference is Why Should I Play an Instrument? Or The Real Benefits of Music. Okay, just a small, short bio, okay? I was born in 19... and in a French-Canadian family. So if you hear an accent, probably it. Montreal, great city, but very cold. That's why we moved to Hong Kong. I married a Chinese girl from Chunwan 35 years ago. Is that long? Time flies, man, time flies. 35 years ago, and we decided to move here 4 years ago, and no complaints whatsoever. Hong Kong is a wonderful city. We'd redo it again. May come back to Canada just for a visit in August because it's nice weather. And so far so good. And I've met some great musicians here, you know, people from Sweden, Australia, Italy, Hong Kong. Great musicians. America, Canada, you know, from all over the world. It's really an international city. And that's what I love. Okay, so that's a short bio. So I started playing with the college harmony, which consists of 50 people. And soon enough, I became the first clarinet. And I got all the solos, which got me in trouble many times because some guys didn't like me very much because I was too good. Sorry. But I was good. You know why I was good? Because I would practice 2 hours a day, 5 days a week, for 3 years. You know, I was 11 years old. So you're bound to be good if you practice that much, okay? Then in secondary school, I met all those rock and roll wannabes. You know, they all wanted to be Led Zeppelin or the Rolling Stones. So I came back from harmony playing classical music. I was kind of the nerd of the group, you know. So I would play flute and clarinet. But soon enough, you know, I got into progressive rock like Jethro Tull and Yes and those groups, and brought back with them, through them, my jazz culture, which I inherited from my uncle, who was also a saxophone player. So it went well. As a matter of fact, all these guys that I've been playing with at secondary school, high school, still make music today. You know, I still am very friend with them, and I used to play with them. We had a group in Canada for 30 years. Okay, I bought my first flute. Okay, by the way, this is a flute, okay? Why it's black? Because it's made of wood. Usually, in the olden days, flute is a woodwind, okay? So now it's made of metal, but it used to be made of wood. And I find that, you know, that's the sound I like, so I bought it, a wooden flute. So I bought my first one in 1970, I think. Yes, $205. But I had only $204. My uncle gave me $1 to pay for the rest. And soon enough later, when I bought a new one, I gave it to him. So he started playing the flute also. He was a very good saxophone player. Still plays today. Okay. So I went to, decided to continue playing music. And I gave myself the permission to do it. I was bold enough to say, I went to my mother one day and said, Mom, I'm going to be a musician. She almost fell on the floor. And said, no, you could be a journalist or you could be a politician. I said, no, I want to be a musician. You know, music is helpful. Music makes me feel good. It makes people feel good. And she agreed. I mean, she came to all my concerts, and she kind of proud of me, so it made me feel happy. So I gave myself the musician pass. So I said, I can be a musician if I want to, okay? Now, what I want to talk to you is demystify all the learning process of music and also give you why you should learn an instrument, okay? So there have been many studies about music. You know, it's good for your brain, it's good for your fingers, especially ergonomics. Musicians have very good eye and hand coordination, okay, because we use your finger all the time, and we use your eyes, you know, reading music. So usually, we're very skillful in doing almost anything except cooking. And we're very bad dancers, I can tell you that. Okay, they say, hug a musician, they never dance. So you can hug me afterwards, okay? Thank you. Okay, so ergonomics, so I don't have to prove to you that music is good for the eye coordination, right? Second, another benefit, language and idioms. Most of the musicians I know, they speak sometimes 2, 3, 4 languages. I myself speak 4 languages. I mean, Italian and Spanish, I'm not fluent, but I can enjoy a conversation. And I promise you, next year, if I come back, I will speak to you in Cantonese. Okay? Promise. Okay? So language and idioms, you know, the musicians, since music is a language that you have to learn with idioms and expressions, you know, your mind, your left side of the brain, I think, is already trained to learn languages. So when you learn the new languages, it's so easy. It's easier than music, actually. Italian is easier than music, you know. And most of the expressions in music are from Italian, you know, like piano, pianissimo, fortissimo, moderato, you know, all Italian words. So it's very good to learn languages. It really prepares your brain. It exercises your brain to learn languages. Now people say, well, music is expensive. Not today. I mean, you can download for free on the internet. You all know that, okay? That's why I'm poor, because I don't have royalties anymore, okay? But that's another topic. I'll come back and talk to you about that. The cost of music, you know, I remember in the 70s and the 80s, I used to work in a music store, and we imported a Chinese instrument. They were awful. They were crappy, they couldn't play, they would break all the time. So we decided not to buy them anymore. But today, Chinese instruments are very good and very inexpensive. For, let's say, $200 American, let's say for let's say 2,000 Hong Kong dollars, you can have a very good flute. Even less, a guitar, maybe 1,500, and they're very good instruments, you know. So the cost is not really that much. If you know, take it, this instrument will last me for 25, 30 years, maybe. The saxophone can be older than me, which is rather old, not too much. Okay, so you can have very good instruments today and not pay too much. That won't cost a fortune. And if you buy a good quality instrument, the value increases with time. You know, we all know Stradivarius is $1 million today. You know, but the saxophone like this one, if you go on eBay for a vintage saxophone that made in the 1980s, you could easily pay $8,000 for an instrument that in the 70s you could buy for $2,000. Okay? So good instruments increase in value. Now, the cost of a teacher. I mean, you should consider like $350 to $600 per hour for a good teacher. Okay? And I suggest an experienced one. Sorry for the new graduates. Because an experienced teacher knows what you have to know. And they don't teach teaching in schools. Okay? So you need to have some experienced teacher that knows what he's talking about. and that doesn't charge you too much. So you should expect, like around 400 Hong Kong dollars per hour, okay? Once a week. So that's $400, $1,600 a month. That's not that much. Okay, so, and please avoid, those certifications, exams. It's just a diploma that you put on the wall, but it doesn't play music. It's just on the wall. You're going to pay for the exam, you're going to pay for the teacher, you're going for this and that. Useless. In music, especially if you want to do it as a hobby, you don't need certification. You don't need somebody who tells you that you can play or not. Okay, you just play, that's it. Okay, another benefit of music is increase your social skills. I mean, you can't do music alone, except today with these computers, but music is a group thing, okay? You want to meet some quality people, you want to have some friends, join a choir or join a band, play in your garage and be bad at it for a while, but have fun and, destroy your guitar if you want. But at least you will meet quality people that have the same interests as you have, okay? And music is always there to stay with you. It will always stay with you all your life, okay? Self-confidence, another benefit of playing music. People that came in today and talk on the stage, you know what it means to have self-confidence. If you're not confident about what you're doing, you just, you can't speak, you'll lose your words. So it's very good to improve your self-confidence. And also, you can say to your friend, I committed to learn an instrument. I'm not better than you, but at least I commit to something. I have the boldness to learn and to play the instrument. I suck at it, I play bad, but I don't care. I'm playing, I'm having fun. What are you doing? So no, without bragging, but you know what I mean. Okay, so self-confidence is very important if you want to be a musician, help for your social skills. Okay, I want to ask you a question. How many of you learned an instrument at high school or when they were young? Oh my God, that's 70%, right? You could say. How many of you still play an instrument? Why did you stop? Why? Oh, I don't have time. No, that's not true. I promise you, instead of committing for when you practice, okay, you say, oh, I have to practice for 1 hour to be good. That's not true. Just put yourself some attainable goal. Like say, okay, I'll practice for 5 minutes. Everybody can commit to that, 5 minutes, right? Soon enough, you'll see that you've been practicing 15. And after 15, you say, oh, I'll do another 5 minutes. And then it will be another 15 or 10 minutes. First thing you know, you've been practicing for 45, 35, 45 minutes. So put yourself some attainable goal, something you can realize. If you say to yourself, I'm going to practice 3 hours today, you won't, okay? Unless you're a cockroach at a university in a practice room practicing for your exam tomorrow morning. You'll be 3 hours in the practice room. I can guarantee that. I did it myself. Okay, so for all of you who stopped, it's never too late to start again. And those who didn't play an instrument, it's never too late to begin something good. Okay? How much I have a little challenge for you. How long would it take to play a tune, to learn a song? Let's say in total hours. You have any idea? Like, is it more than a month, a week? Okay, I say 24 hours. You can learn a song. Okay? That means, for example, 48 days 30 minutes a day, okay? Why? Because scales, the songs are made out of scales, okay? Okay, let's stop that. Okay, that's a scale, almost. So you can build a melody out of this scale. That's a song, right? Oh, okay, you won't win a Grammy, but it's a song, right? Okay. So 24 hours, if you commit 30 minutes a day, in 24 hours, you can play a song on any instrument. Some instruments are more difficult, you know, like it takes about 3-4 hours to learn to play the flute, really to have a good embouchure. Saxophone, a bit less. Guitar, the sound is already there. Piano, you know, I don't have, the sound is there already. It's not a piano sound, but you know what I mean. You know, the sound is, that's it. So you can play a song maybe in less time on piano, okay? Maybe someone wants to try it. Somebody wants to try to play piano. Oh, we have a kid. You want to play piano? Okay, come on down. They're bold enough. That's boldness, man. Come on, come on. Okay, you're going to play between this and this, okay? Any note you want. Go ahead. Go, play. And that's it, yay. Grammy. Thank you. That was easy enough, right? Oh, we're kidding, but you know, just to prove a point that anybody can do it, you know, as long as you commit yourself to playing an instrument. You know, sometimes professional musicians, they forget that music is all about happiness, fun, making people feel good themselves, joy, pleasure. The more you play, the more you're happy, the more you make people happy. Okay? My final word would be, music is an expression of love and compassion for all. So start playing an instrument. Thank you.